Hey, hello again, everybody. I had a request, about a month or so ago from one of you viewers out there. I think it was Tom. Tom, was it you? Want to know if I could do an update on the van as far as the layout and everything, how it's going. So I thought I would do that real quick for you, or maybe not real quick. I don't know. We'll see how long this takes. Just spent 3 months, June, July, and August, on the road. I was out west. Arizona and Colorado mainly, and a little bit of time up in Wyoming for the eclipse. And I gotta say, the van worked beautifully. The floor plan is great. I really don't need to change it in any way. I thought about it while I was out there. I was thinking, well, what about the bed across the back, like a lot of people do with their vans? And I'm about 5'9". I sleep on my side or my stomach, so a lot of times I'll have my hands folded over my head like that. And there's just not enough room side to side in the van for that, so I'm keeping it as I have it now, front to back. Another reason why I like that is it keeps the center aisle open here, between here and the back door. And right now I'm working on a project at the homestead where I had to put a new roof and new rafters and sheathing on a shed that I have. So I had to go down to Home Depot and pick up some plywood and 2x6s and 2x4s and whatnot. And without having this center hall open like that, I would have had no place to put the plywood. I was able to stand it up, slide it right in the middle, bring it home and work on my project. So that worked out good for me. And I'm rebuilding this shed. I just got the roof on, all new rafters. The old rafters were tree branches. And they lasted a good 50 years, but they were all rotten at the ends and starting to work their way up. So I had to rebuild everything from the cement block up. All new plates, all new rafters, sheathing and shingle. So everything's brand new, weather tight, and I won't have to worry about this for a long time. This is an outbuilding I got. I decided to close it all in. It was all screens, and a little at a time I've been blocking up the screen sections, putting some glass block to let light in. I got 2 more sections over here left that are still screened. That one I put a window in. More glass block over here. And it's just great storage. Right now I'm using it as a garage for my 73 Cub, Farmall Cub tractor, which I put a snowplow on for the winter. So that's what I'm doing with it. Counter space, I got 6 feet of counter space here. And I tell you, I love having all this counter space. When it comes time to cook, I can lay out the stove. I could chop up my veggies, prepare my meats, whatever I'm working on for dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever it is, and not be crowded. A lot of camper vans I see, even the professional ones made, the Road Treks, the Pleasure Ways, whatnot, you're lucky if you got a square foot of counter space. And I had a Road Trek a long time ago, and you're always working in a really tight spot. And it's just not comfortable, it's not fun. So I enjoy having that big counter space. I have a sink here with gravity feed water. Got 2.5 gallon container up high at the roof level, and a hose coming down to feed the sink, and that works great. I thought about putting in a SureFlow pump and a water tank, and you know what? I just don't need the headaches. You got to winterize it. You got to worry about the pump going out. You got to run power for the pump. It's a drain on your batteries you don't need. So I decided not to do it. And between the spray bottle, I use the spray bottle method for cleaning dishes and whatnot. Between this and the gravity feed sink, I think it's all you really need. So I'm keeping that there the way it is. Underneath the counter here, let me get down there. Underneath the counter here, I have a 5 gallon jerry can. This is the hose going from the sink drain into the 5 gallon. Made a little loop so it has like a trap, keep any odors from coming back up the sink trap. And I also have a 5 gallon bucket under there as my emergency toilet when I got to do a number 2 in the van, which works great. No need for a porta potty that you have to dump. Most of the time I'm using either a public facility or I'm out in the forest, and there's plenty of places to go out there. So that's working out great. I don't need to change that at all. Refrigeration, I got my 65 quart Dometic over here. This is a dual zone fridge and freezer. I can have it a freezer compartment and a refrigerated compartment at the same time, or I can remove the insulating wall between the two compartments and have it all fridge, all freezer. I've used it both ways, all fridge, and that's a luxury having all that fridge space. And I've also used it, most of the time I use it with the dual zone, so I have frozen meat in there, and then every day I would take out, you know, a chicken cutlet or a steak or a piece of fish or whatever I have frozen in there, let it thaw for a day or two, and then have a meal, so I could stay out in the forest a week or two at a time and not run out of fresh food, or food to eat, not necessarily fresh, you know. So that's working out really well for me. I wouldn't change that too much. The bed is 3 feet wide. It has the ability to be 4 foot wide in case there's two. So that's working out really well. Got storage underneath. I got 3 doors here for storage. I don't think you saw that. A little tough with the tripod. This is the main compartment in front, so I can access stuff quickly without removing the whole bed. Then I have the other 2 compartments that I can take out when I need to get to the other stuff in the back. You know, emergency supplies. Tire repair kit, stuff like that. You know, stuff you gotta carry. I carry a couple extra 1 pound propane bottles in case my bulk tank runs out. Stuff like that. So that's working out pretty well for me. No need to change that. Plenty of storage. Most of my clothing storage is up front in the bulkhead up here over the driver's compartment. Got the sliders here. Take the lock off. I keep all my clothes up here. Plenty of room. You know, this goes back, as far as I can reach. And it's probably about 20 inches, 24 inches high, something like that. So plenty of clothing storage. I got a couple of chairs up here, not bungee, but strapped up to the wall. They added away, keeps them from taking up floor space or being in the way. And when I get to a camp, I take them out, put them outside, and that works out great. I think that's about it. Other than it's Quigley 4-wheel drive, which I'm so glad I have. I've used it. A couple times I needed it, a couple times I had it for insurance, and it's a great insurance policy, and I'm so glad I got that. I always have one 4-wheel drive vehicle living in the Northeast because we do have some winters around here. Alright, anything else? I think I summed it up pretty well. Got the water supply. I carry about 15 gallons of water when I'm full up. I've carried more. I carry as much as 20, 25, but I just find that I don't use it fast enough to carry that much. So instead of the 5, 6, 7 gallon containers that everybody has, I got 2.5s. I'll show you one. Nice 2.5 gallon container. Fill them up. You're talking 20 pounds or so. So they're not too heavy. I can very easily fit 4 of them. I'll show you here. I got 4 of them lined up right down there. So that's 10 gallons of water underneath the counter. Here's my Here's the gravity feed water supply for the sink. I got 2.5 gallon container here. That comes right down to the sink. So that works out well. And I also keep a couple of gallon jugs down here between the bed and the seat. That's for immediate drinking water, water for myself and the dog to drink, whatnot. So that all's working out pretty good. Plenty of water supply. And that's about it. So that's the review of the van. I got the swivel seat up front also, so that turns around. This one here also swivels. Works out great. It swivels always to the back, so I can put my feet up on the bed. Recline this bad boy back. and chill. Got the double doors right here on the side, so I got those doors open. I got a view. It's really quite comfortable. So that concludes the review of the van. Update on how it's working out for me. It's working out great. Any comments? You know where to leave them. Also, I'm going to mention that I've been thinking about selling. What? Yeah. I've had this about 2.5 years now, and my life plans have changed a little bit. This doesn't quite completely fit in with my lifestyle. I may change it to a different type of camper setup. I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll give a truck and trailer a try, since I'm not traveling all the time, and see how that works. That way I have a truck to use as a daily driver, and the trailer can be parked when I'm not traveling. So we'll see how that goes. Any comments on that? I'll leave them down below, and we'll talk to you all soon. Hope you all having a great Thanksgiving coming up next week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care now.